Hi, I'm Gwennetta Wright.
And I'm Deonta B.
And welcome to Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B. Hey, boo.
Hey, hey, hey.
You know, 2021 already starting off rocky.
Girl, yes, it is. And I mean, it just came in like a continuation of 2020. Like it's like like the year didn't end and restart.
Right. But we're declaring today that 2021 is going to be the best year ever.
It's most definitely going to be the best.
With a whole lot of streams of income.
Yes, and that's why I'm excited, because that's been our dream, like, since we were teenagers.
Right.
It's been to thrive, it's been to strive, you know, the reality, it's been all of the above, but it don't stop.
Right, it don't. And our guest today is definitely doing that. One of our guests is Mrs. LaTruth. We call her the mom of all hats, because she just got so many streams of income, so many different things that she's doing. And who is our other guest today?
Jessica Moultrie. She is a serial millennial entrepreneur, and she's also the founder of the It Kids. She has a talent agency, so I can't wait to see what she's got coming up for 2021.
Absolutely.
So you talk about multiple streams. This is Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B. Top of the year. We're talking about multiple stream dreams. Stay tuned. Keep it locked. We'll be right back.
I am Yassine Hall. I'm a multi-six-figure seller on Amazon. I've been selling on Amazon for over 16 years. We have over 6,000 students. In 2009, in January, my divorce was final and I had no child support. In April of 2009, my son was shot 5 times in the back and he survived. 2 weeks later, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. That was when I decided I needed to make a life change. And for me, selling on Amazon made that way.
With virtual and in-office tax preparation from Expert Tax Service, you can file your tax return anytime, anywhere. Expert Tax Service makes it easy. Just log on to experttaxservices.com to get started. Our tax professionals will work with you to make filing your taxes simple, no matter where you are. Expert Tax Service. We're here for you at our offices in Columbus and Stone Mountain, or online nationwide at experttaxservices.com. Log on and get started today.
So welcome back. Today we're talking about multiple streams with your dreams. And we have Mrs. LaTruth. Hey, Miss LaTruth. Hey, girl. You looking so pretty, girl.
She is pretty in pink.
Yes.
Yes. Welcome to the corner.
Camera, y'all.
Yes.
So we like to jump right into it. So you broke into the entertainment industry. Tell us, what are some of the stuff that took you to get into the entertainment industry, and what do you actually do in it?
Okay, so before I became into the entertainment industry, I was working in healthcare. I have my degrees in healthcare administration. Okay. And then I met my husband, which was already an entertainer. So then that blended with, okay, let's do skits, let's do videos. And then I'm like, I'm about to do some pranks. So my first video that actually went viral was my icy hot prank on my husband. I put icy hot in his drawers.
Oh, no.
And it went crazy. So that was my first breaking point into the entertainment industry. It's just doing videos with my husband.
Okay, that should be interesting.
I know. Look, I gotta go back and watch that. Icy hot, you know.
Icy hot, yes, burning.
Oh my God.
So now you're in entertainment, you know, and you're also a serial entrepreneur, multiple streams. So what are some of the obstacles that you faced when you first got into entertainment? Because we know that now you're a wife and you have children. So what were some of those obstacles and how did you overcome? Because we know you have to maintain, you have to balance both ends, and you got to be the boss at all times.
It comes with a lot of balancing. I have to balance life with hubby so he can have his time, the kids, plus the businesses. It's a lot to do. And then I just started mentoring women. So my plate is heavy, but I just try to balance it out through my days as much as I can. It feels like we don't have enough time in the day, to be honest.
Right. We really don't. It's like you need like 26, 28
yes.
more hours. They need to change it 24 hours.
Yes. It's like you get up earlier and then it's still not enough time.
Right. You look up like, it's 5 o'clock.
Right. Stuff is closed.
So with you and your husband doing your skits and different things, you got you a significant amount of followers on the different social media platforms. So tell someone, I know the skits probably help boost it up, but what are some other strategies that you all utilize? Because they say it's all in the numbers now.
Yeah, I definitely go live in my platform, and I definitely speak to women and talk to them and be open and vulnerable with them about self-love. That is my number one thing that I do. I go live or I make videos about it. So eventually I wrote my book about it to encourage women, because I was constantly going live and encouraging and uplifting them, and there was so many women who did not know about self-love. So that brought numbers as well. So now they like, oh my God, Mr. Truth, when your next video coming out, I need some upliftment, encouragement. And I'm like, let me come out with a book so I can help y'all, and I don't have to be on social media 24/7 to uplift y'all. But that's majority, besides the skits, besides the funny. I want to be something that women can come to and women can come look at, and you know what, let their hair down, not feel judged, and just have fun with the content that I bring them and be uplifted and encouraged and inspired. That's important for me.
Oh, I love that.
I love it. So you taking your talents, developmental talents in the industry, you taking them a step further. You have a wig line. I mean, you're doing it all.
Yes.
So what is the significance of you having the wig line, also having the dance studio? What was the significance of taking it a step further and say, I'm going to journey on into other multiple streams?
Well, I started Classic Queens because my mom had cancer. She had breast and bone cancer, so she lost a lot of her hair. And before she passed, I just wanted to make women feel beautiful again, because I seen the way she lost feeling beautiful, and she didn't have that anymore. And so I was like, let me figure something out. I started researching, I started helping her with wigs or whatever, and she started feeling more confident. So as she passed away, I still continued to move my wig line with trying to help women feel more beautiful. And then after that, it went from Classic Queens, then I was looking for a boutique actually before the dance studio.
Okay.
And then the building was so huge, and I was like, I've never seen a boutique and a dance studio together.
Right.
That's different. That's breaking, you know.
Right.
So I was like, let's do that. So I ended up making it a boutique and a dance studio. So in the boutique during the day, dance studio at night. And it's my little place for women to come to and just have fun, let their hair down.
I love it. And you're keeping the legacy
Yes.
alive, your mother's legacy.
All right. And that's beautiful. So you're a serial entrepreneur, and a lot of people, I think, me personally, I think that we have to have multiple streams of income, multiple streams of revenue, just because you can't make it off one job, you can't make it off one business. You need some different revenue coming in. Yes. So what advice would you give to someone who is trying to work multiple businesses?
Definitely got to be consistent. And if you're trying to do multiple, you got to be consistent in all of them. So you have to find the time to try to be consistent in all of them. And definitely go for something that you're in love with. Don't just do something just for the money, because then it's become a job. You want to make it fun. You want to make it something that you love to wake up to every day, something you look forward to. So consistency is very important when it comes to any business. You have to work it, love it, just like a marriage, a relationship, anything. You got to work it.
Absolutely.
I love it. So lastly, before we get out of here, what are some of the services that you have within the dance studio? Because we talked about it being a dance studio and a boutique. So before we tell them how to find you, I think it's important to know what you're offering.
Okay, so we do hip hop dance, we do R&B, we do old school, and I want to add some jazz, but I haven't yet. But that's all the classes that I offer in the dances right now.
I love it.
Yes.
Do you used to dance?
Yeah, I did. Professional dancer. I did.
It's fun, right?
It is fun.
And people don't like exercising, but when it comes to dancing, you sweating. So I feel like it's way more better than the gym.
Yes.
It's fun. That feel good music.
Right.
I still like a bust a move here and there. Every now and then. I do a little
So tell the viewers how they can find you and all your different businesses.
All right, you guys can find me at Miss LaTruth on all social media platforms. That's MRSLATRUTH. And it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And you can Google me to find my Miss LaTruth Boutique and Dance Studio.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for coming to the corner.
Yes, lovely. Well, there you have it. And stay tuned, keep it locked, because coming up next, we have the Jessica Moultrie, and we got some kids in the building in 2021. This is Gwiz Business Corner with Deonta B. Stay tuned, keep it locked. We'll be right back.
With virtual and in-office tax preparation from Expert Tax Service, you can file your tax return anytime, anywhere. Expert Tax Service makes it easy. Just log on to experttaxservices.com to get started. Our tax professionals will work with you to make filing your taxes simple, no matter where you are. Expert Tax Service. We're here for you at our offices in Columbus and Stone Mountain, or online nationwide at experttaxservices.com. Log on and get started today.
Welcome back. So if you're just tuning in, we are talking about multiple stream dreams, and we have with us Jessica Moultrie. She is a serial millennial entrepreneur.
Oh, I love the way that sounds.
Yes,
Welcome back, Jessica.
Yes, I'm so glad to see you guys again. You guys have definitely been supportive since day one.
Yes.
So let's talk about your journey, because you used to have the It Kids.
Yes.
And now you're known as Director Jess.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your journey and your expansion.
Okay, so basically, when I first came out here, I was actually, I couldn't talk about it at the time when I first came on the show with you guys, because we were in the process of it and we couldn't mention it. But I came out here, I was assistant director to a kids project with Ludacris. So he created this project called Kids Nation, and he, a friend of mine knew I casted with kids and produced kids projects, and connected me with that, and he needed an assistant director to work with the kids, coordinate, cast, all those things. And that's where I came into play to come on board to help with the kids and be an assistant director, a part of the project. So that's how the whole Director Jess started growing here, because before I produced music videos and stuff, but it was more so, it wasn't my main focus. But something I always wanted to do on a bigger scale, documentaries, TV, film, because getting on that side, I knew I could help more talent in the industry. Just casting, I'm the middle person, but when I get on director, producer side, I'm now the person who's hiring the people who cast the projects and everything, and I can also directly book the talent. So that was always the main goal, and thankfully, I did a documentary, and then that person connected me with the director for the show with Ludacris, and they hired me as assistant director, and we were coaching the kids, training the kids, and we worked with probably over 400 kids on that project. Wow. And it actually just dropped, got picked up on a platform, and just dropped this month, the beginning of this month.
So you work with many well-known celebrities' children. So what are some of the strategies that you use to set them aside from their parent? Because most of the time when you're a child and you're getting in the industry, you're known for your parents. So what are some strategies you use so people look at them for themselves per se versus looking at them as that's such and such child?
I like that. That's a great question. I focus on the marketing branding of the child. I get to know the child's personality. What is a child like doing? Because sometimes parents will come to me and they say, oh, my child wants to do this. But sometimes they don't specifically want to do that. They may be interested in something else. So I work to identify what the child wants to do and what they're passionate about, so I can let the parent know, like, my best opinion, like, this is what they're interested in. And then we can focus on the marketing and branding of the child within that, doing the photo shoots, placing them in commercials and print ads, just doing the marketing and branding and focus of the child to create the brand of the child, which is fairly easy nowadays, because when you're focusing on marketing, branding, creating content, and then you're building that up on social media, it's easier to create a separate brand for the kids nowadays.
So we're still facing COVID, so the entertainment industry has been, hit pretty hard. So how have COVID affected you, and what are some adjustments you had to actually make?
So COVID affected me in the way of working within, I know for a while the TV and film industry shut down with production, but it picked up a lot. I was still working with producing and directing music videos. So I was working and focusing on that aspect, and also castings. like in-person casting shut down for pretty much the first half of the year. And then it transitioned into casting offices started opening back up, and but then they weren't seeing people in person. They were having, they were requesting, hey, can talent have talent send over videos for us to see? So it was that. So the in-person castings weren't going on. Literally probably within the last 2 months, it started opening back up, but we can't have as many talent in one room at a casting. Normally it would be 100, 200 kids, but now it's like 50 kids per casting. So it's affected, I guess, the opportunities that we're allowed to even provide to a wide range of talent, because now I have to be a lot more selective because I can only see a certain amount. But, you know, we're adjusting and rolling with the punches, and thank God still, you know, work is still going on and slowly progressing. I think companies are just trying to figure out how to make it work without, you know, causing anything extra that they don't want to cause.
I understand that.
Yeah. So you talked a little bit about content engagement. What are some tools that you use when it comes to branding children that may help someone else that's starting out in the arena that you're already in?
Okay. I would, some of the tools I would recommend is parents getting, well, first, like I said, identifying, I would say, not what you would want your child to do, but what is your child interested in? If your child interested in dance, and, you know, like a lot of my talent, some of them are little rappers, some of them are singers, some of them like modeling, and some of them like acting and dancing and instruments, all different, you know, they're all different. So I think that's the first part, is identifying where your child can best thrive at being happy along the way, because sometimes when you're forcing kids to do things, not sometimes, most of the time, when you're forcing kids to do things, they don't really want to do that. So you want to figure out what they like doing. Creating a social media page where it's run by the parents, of course, getting photos done. So starting there, the outlets that are free.
Gotcha.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So you have some of your kids with you here
Yes.
today.
Yes, some of the kids that we work with.
And we want to bring them out so that we can see some
Lonnie,
of the ones that you're
JoJo,
casting.
Zariah.
Come
Girls
on,
always want to
kids,
come out.
Don't be shy.
Brooklyn.
Don't be shy, kids.
You guys are coming out? Yay!
Hey, oh,
These
so
cuties.
beautiful.
Could I have two on one side and two on the other side?
So tell us a little bit about
You guys have a
them.
seat right here on the floor. Here, come sit right here. Sit. Okay. Wave to the camera, guys. Say hi to the ladies here on set.
Hi, beautiful.
They're beautiful. So what do you do with them?
Okay, so this is Lonnie, Zariah, JoJo, and Brooklyn. They're all talented kids here. They models, acting, singing, rapping. They do it all of them. Yeah, so they attend my casting, and I help place them. You know, I specialize in placing ethnic kids, and I work with all kids, of course, but a part of my company is specializing in helping ethnic talent get in their foot in the door. And they're part of the talent that I work with, and they've been a part of projects that I'm working on and have coming up, and we're just excited. We coach, train them. We have stuff coming up that we'll be working on, and they have their projects, their music videos, their platforms, their social medias.
So tell the viewers, that was a good question. So tell the viewers how they can find you.
Okay.
That's a better way of doing it.
Okay. So viewers, you can find me on my social media. It's GORJESSMOULTRIE. And my website is also there in my bio, justproduction.com. You can submit to be a part of the casting, or if people are looking to get content done, they can also inquire about that as well there. But yes, I would suggest looking me up through Instagram to get access to all the other platforms that you can connect with me.
Well, all right.
Yes, well, thank you all for coming
Thank you
to
for
the
having
corner.
me.
Well, there you have it. We just talked to the cutest kids, but coming up next, we're going to get into some tax talk with Gwen. Stay tuned. Keep it locked. This is Gwen's Business Corner. We'll be right back. If you would like to be a show guest, contact us on Facebook at Gwen's Business Corner, or you can email us at gwenbusinesscorner@gmail.com. Welcome back. If you are just tuning in, we are talking about multiple stream dreams, but you know it is tax season and we got to give you those tax tips. Gwen, what you got for me, girl?
Oh my God, tax season. Oh my God. So this is a different type of tax season for us this year due to COVID. And I just wanted to share a couple of different things that's going on that people are probably not aware of when it comes to this particular tax season. So we're going to start it off with talking about the stimulus, right? So people were issued the stimulus at the beginning of the year. Everybody that was going to get theirs should have got theirs by now. But what if you did not get yours? So, you know, we had the first stimulus and we had the second stimulus just came out. So if you did not get your stimulus for this year or last year, you're able to claim it on your taxes for this year if you qualify. And it's called a recovery rebate credit. So when you get ready to file your taxes, if you, of course, you did not qualify the first time for the first stimulus, or you did not get the stimulus by January the 15th, for this particular year, when you file your taxes, you need to tell your preparer that you did not get it so that you can get those particular credits when you file your taxes. And I think a lot of people was wondering, like, did they have to file the stimulus on their taxes? Was, you know, they're going to be taxed for it? So the answer to that is no. I had that question a lot. You're not having to claim that as income on your taxes. But for those people who did not get it, I just want to make sure you know that you can get it by filing your taxes and making sure you have that recovery rebate credit on there.
Yes, I love it because so many people, you know, the stimulus, it was just like they didn't really come up with a system for it.
It was all over the place.
People were so confused about how do I get it, when do I get it. They were telling people it was going one place, like they didn't know where it was. It was just so many different things, so I'm glad you were able to clear that up because there are so many tips and things that people just, it's just a new tax season. So talk about people that pulled out from their 401k.
So people that pulled out for their 401k, you know, in the CARES Act, they put a stipulation in there where if you pulled out from your 401k, I think it was up to like 100, they had up to 100k, that when they filed their taxes, that they would not get the additional 10% penalty. But the problem with that is I think a lot of people have a misconception of that, thinking that they're not going to be taxed on that particular, but they pull the money out their 401k, and that's not true. You still going to be taxed because pulling that money out your 401k actually is going to increase your taxable income. And you might not get that additional 10% penalty, but you still will be taxed on a higher tax rate because it puts you in a different tax bracket depending on how much income you actually took out. So y'all got to be cautious of that. Don't think if you pulled your money out your 401k, it's not going to make an have an effect on your taxes, because it will. You just won't get that extra 10% penalty. Now the biggest thing we got to talk about is the unemployment.
Yes, the unemployment, and oh my gosh, the unemployment was just everybody. It was like the whole world was under.
They said unemployment was on steroids, right? So for my people who are on unemployment, so they were so worried as far as what was going to happen to them when they filed their taxes this year. So one, you need to know that unemployment is taxable, right? You do have to wait for your unemployment form to file your taxes. Don't leave it out now, because what ends up happening is if you was supposed to owe something because of the unemployment, guess what's going to happen? They're going to write you and they're going to make sure they get their money. That's from experience, right? But the unique thing that's happening with the unemployment, or people who file unemployment, is that, and I don't know which act, it was one of the acts, I think it was the one that they just passed, the COVID act that they just passed at the end of the year, where people, you know, when you get unemployment, you might have worked a couple of months out the year, so that means that your income or your earned income is going to be lower this year for a lot of people, because people don't know, like, you can file your unemployment, but because it's unearned income, you can't get specific credits for your dependents. You can get it, but it's not going to be as big because that income is earned income. But I guess they figured that was going to happen to a lot of people. So what they end up doing is putting in a clause to where if your earned income is lower than what it was in 2019, then now you're going to be able to use the earned income on your 2019 instead of using just the earned income that's on your 2020, which is a big benefit. It has been a big benefit for taxpayers. Now, I don't want y'all to get confused, because every time I say that, somebody think, oh, okay, I'm just refiling my 2019. No, you're not refiling your 2019. What's happening is you're going to use the earned income number if your income was lesser for your on your 2020, so that you can get, like, the earned income credit. For instance, you'll get a higher earned income credit because you're able to use that earned income. So that's kind of how it's going to affect them.
Yes, so let's just briefly talk about this SBA PPP, because I have heard so many different things, and I see so many different things. It makes it look like people can automatically get it. Like, I hear people saying you could just apply for it and start your own business. I'm like, wait a minute, let's clear that up.
I don't think we got enough time for that, but let me just say this. With the two SBA loans, it's two different ones.
Right.
It's the PPP and it's the EIDL. I call it the EIDL. And it's two different loans. They having a first draw and a second draw. So if you did not apply last year for the PPP, you can apply this year all the way up to March the 31st, 2021. And if you applied last year and you actually got your money in the PPP for the first round, then you're able to do a second draw. But in order to qualify for the second draw, you have to have a 30% or 25% reduction. I think it's 25% reduction in your income in 2020 versus 2019. That's one of the qualifications to get the second draw. And with the EIDL, you're able to apply for the EIDL all the way up into 12/31/2021 this year. And you're also, like, if you're in a certain areas that's been affected by COVID a little harder, then you're able to go qualify for the actual grant. So it's just a lot of things that goes on with that.
Right.
But if you want to find out more and more in detail, like our social media page, Expert Tax Service, and tune into Tax Talk with Gwen, because I have talked about all those topics and I will continue talking about them all tax season. So tune into that. But before we go, make sure you tune into your girl, Dr. Gwennetta Wright, at Gwennetta Wright on our social media outlets. And make sure y'all download our app, which is GBC Media, on all the different streaming channels, plus your Apple device and your Android device. Did you tell them how to find you?
Well, you can find me at all social media outlets at The Real Deonta B. And we want you to remember to leave your taxes to the experts this year. And make sure that you are checking us out at our Stone Mountain location and our location in Columbus, Georgia. This is Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B. We'll see you next time. Peace.